Hello, welcome to the 2002 Austrian Grand Prix, and after a great qualifying, we see the young rookie Monica take pole position. And also today it looks a little bit cloudy and a high chance of rain. This might affect the outcome of today's race, because it's not so good for inters or not so good for dries. We'll see. After that, we are seeing that the drivers are setting up from the formation lap. It is now 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we go racing in Austria for this Grand Prix. And today, we're seeing that the front runners are trying to defend, and there's already a yellow flag in sector 1 and in the first corner, as we also see that it is double yellow flags, and meaning that we will see why is there. So here we have the start, and the start looks to be, well, we're seeing one of the Jordans, and he just goes into the tire of one of the McLarens, and there's the Jaguar getting hit behind. But our leader Monica is still leading today's race because it's still yellows, and no one's allowed to be overtaken until it's green flags, and then we're under racing again. But it looks to be green flags, and we're off to racing, and we know that the Jaguars are a little bit slower than the BMWs and the Ferraris, so it mostly now relies on Monica to defend her lead against the faster cars. And well, as you can see, it's pretty impossible, but we have already known her from the Canadian Grand Prix, where she defended like a lion, and in this one is no other. Well, it's the same thing, but different, in a different track. And as you can see, she is absolutely fighting them neck and neck all the time. Now the Ferrari is having a go on her, and well, now is trying to overtake the BMW. This is now interesting because well, this is for first place, and she's basically backing up the entire pack. No matter how fast she's going, there will be a faster car behind her, as Montoya it tries to overtake and will overtake Monica, as well. Monica is being overtaken by the Ferraris of Rubens Barrichello, and right behind Rubens Barrichello is Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher is going for it. He's going down the outside and down, well, now the inside and down the outside, and Monica will not allow that to happen, so she goes down the inside. Now she has some breathing space between those two cars, but is she? We don't know. Okay, maybe she is for this lap, just for probably this lap, because we know that the cars are fast, as Michael Schumacher is trying to get past her with that faster Ferrari, which is, well, just waiting for an opportunity, just waiting, and will now try to will try to overtake her down into these corners. And will he do it? No, he won't, but it's a straight, so the Ferrari engine will go past her like it's no biggie, and will overtake her. But now it's now the turn for the BMW, the BMW is just as fast as the Ferrari, so this shows how long will she be able to defend now fourth, first to fourth. That's not bad, but well, she's trying her best, and well, she is squeezing them to the limit, where it's not also dirty driving, but it's also not good driving. Who knows? And she is giving them space, but enough space for her to be in the lead most of the time. But as you can see, the more she holds up the car, the more of a gap that they will have will get back to. And well, the BMW has overtaken Monica, and now it is time for the McLaren, because the McLaren is closer than ever, and we'll see what will happen in the few next laps. And in a few laps later, we see that the two cars are now battling for fifth, well, Monica has a better opportunity against McLaren's to defend her fifth place, and well, she is using as much as her defense she can use, as much as she can. But in the meantime, we also see the two sponsored Red Bull cars going ahead and trying to overtake each other, showing off who is the better driver than the other one. And well, they're both going side by side into the next corner, as we see them going side by side through that corner, and it looks and that is an engine failure for one of the cars. Well, you could just say it got a little bit too heated for the teammates. Anyways, as we continue on, we see the McLaren and Monica having a go on on fifth place. The battle of fifth place, P5, and both have not pitted yet, but that's a little bit longer yet. And both of them are just showing us the great racing that we all wanted in our history. And well, this is really showing the underdog story, and the car that is trying to be the best, and well, the two drivers who are trying their best to be the best, and trying to get their team's points for them to upgrade for next season. Because I don't think any of these teams could beat the Ferraris against the BMWs. But as we can see, we see some rain trickling onto the camera on the T-cam, just invented. Check it, I don't know. Well, seems like that Monica makes a mistake and will shut the door on the McLaren, but the McLaren is now as close as they possibly can, and will be starting to look for an opportunity to overtake Mrs. Monica, and he does not. But next lap, in the straight, in turn 2 and to turn 3, he will make a move, but does not make it stick. But we'll have another opportunity into this straight, and will overtake. No, the camera is the racing still continues on into the next corner. they go. And well, Monica has since have defended that lead against P5, and now the McLaren has come into the pits to get some new fresh tires, and it also seems like it's raining. Not sure. Here's a nice cool spin, and he goes on to the dry tires. Interesting strategy. It really is. As both of them come into the pits, another camera shake, and I don't know what kind of tires were those. I guess we'll see. As one of the now top teams comes into the pits, the BMW comes in to the pits, and we'll see what will they put on their tires. As we hear a bunch of drivers going past, we see that they're also coming in. They're also for the dry tires. Interesting. And now with that they will overtake is that Monica? That is Monica. They will overtake the stronger dry tires against the more worn out dry tires, because Monica still has not come into the pits, and now she does come into the pits for, I don't know, a lot of teams are grabbing a lot of dry tires, so they're probably all gonna go dries, right? Well, now we're gonna find out. What tire will she use as a bunch of her competitors overtake her, and she will pick the wets. Interesting. So now there is a situation. Now there is the dry tires against the wet tires, and we'll now see, because the track is getting wetted by the minute, and her teammate is also coming into the pits, and we'll see what tires will they put on. He has a 5-second penalty. Interesting. When did he get that? And also for the wet tires. And it's now looking like it has went pretty well. And now the dry tire users are absolutely losing it. And that's a Ferrari. And that is a Ferrari of Michael Schumacher with the dry tires spinning. And, well, now going slowly. As we'll probably see Monica coming with the wet tires and just speeding by like he has an engine issue, or aka a tire issue. That is not good for the Ferrari of Michael Schumacher. Well, here we have a replay onto that, and yes, he just spins the car into the corner and, well, just loses the grip. It is now really wet in this race now, and now we can now tell that the wet weather tires are better than the dry tires, and we see that BMW has spun the car as well as Michael Schumacher. So basically the dry tires are now the worst tire you can possibly be, as Monica now tries to overtake and will overtake the two cars that just sped by her on the straight, and now she will overtake them. But as Rubens Barrichello also wins the race, great job on him. But we have a rookie that was absolutely lost the race win and the podium last race, and now we'll get her first ever podium in today's Grand Prix, and it is Monica, the girl that literally appeared out of nowhere goes ahead and shocks everyone with a podium, with a car that is not so fast, and well, I hope she enjoys the podium.
I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through. Thank you.
A fantastic team effort to secure victory here in the Styrian Alps. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.